That's Dua Isra reporting, and we are now joined live with Terrence Wall as we continue to cover the Trump rally shooting. He is a Middleton resident and Republican delegate going to Milwaukee tomorrow. Terrence, good morning. Thanks for joining us here.
Good morning.
So like I said, you are going to be going to Milwaukee for the first time as a delegate. You've been a Republican for your entire life. When you see this shooting, question everyone has for delegates going to Milwaukee, what do you make of this?
Sure. Well, first I have to say that my comments are my own. They don't represent the party. These are personal comments.
Understood.
Well, after the initial shock, you know, as we texted back and forth to friends, was concerned for Trump, and clearly, and he was able to get out of there alive. So that the next concern was really the discussion really moved towards the obvious security breaches that occurred that allowed this to happen. Everybody that I was talking to last night was saying that there's just so many obvious omissions on the part of the Secret Service, and that this shouldn't have happened.
And what does this say for the Republican Party as a whole? Can you comment on that?
Well, certainly the party has been united going into the convention in support of Trump. I personally think that this will be, really solidifying that unity. We're going to go in even stronger. We're going to have a stronger conviction to want to support him, to help him get elected again. I mean, everybody was saying that the rhetoric of the Democrats has got to be toned down. All my friends think some of the words being used led to this or helped convince this man to do this. But we've got to have a more nonviolent debate, right, as we go into the presidential elections. This is a long list. There's been a long list of presidential candidates and presidents who have been shot or shot at. This is not the first. We got to look at how did this happen. And then there's concerns about the convention itself.
Yeah, and I guess I want to move on to this. I mean, we've been playing the video all morning where, President Trump obviously shot at. We've been reporting other people as well in the guns way. This video, what do you make of it when you saw it for the initial time?
Well, when I saw it for the initial time, I was kind of questioning why, number one, why is the podium so flimsy? How come the podium isn't bulletproof with a box that he can go into with, at least 270 degrees protection? Sure. Where were the Secret Service agents on, the snipers in terms of seeing this guy on the roof? Why didn't the police act when they were told by witnesses? These are all the same questions everyone I was talking to last night was asking. So it's not just me, it's everybody was asking this.
Republican delegates.
Well, just people. I was at a party, so I happened to be at a party last night, an outdoor event, and lots of people, and then also talking to other delegates, other Republicans, other conservative voters who are not delegates. So a variety of people.
Well, and as for the delegates, I mean, for myself, with the media, we have a lot of security that we have to go through for the convention coming up. I assume this is the same for the delegates. What does this say? I mean, are you guys going to be having extra checks? What do you think is going to be happening tomorrow if you had to predict with this security that supposedly is going to be stepped up now?
Well, since we're going to the convention today, it really starts tonight, honestly, my personal opinion, they're not going to do anything. There's been a long-standing argument going into this convention between the party and the city of Milwaukee and the Secret Service that they have not taken enough steps to provide proper security for the convention. Specifically, they have routed, and I can show you the route, they have routed the protesters' marching route. There's a route outlined on a map where protesters are allowed to march. And the city of Milwaukee has deliberately routed those protesters right in front of a number of delegates' hotels. So these are hotels that are filled with delegates, and they've put protesters directly in the front door of those hotels. They are, the left, the liberals in Milwaukee, they're looking to get a fight. They want violence to occur by routing the protesters right in front of delegations. This is 24/7, by the way. So when delegates are sleeping, protesters could be outside there on the street. How are they going to keep them from getting in the hotel front door? There's just huge questions about the security at the convention because of the decisions made by the city of Milwaukee.
And one final question here, we'll try to make this quick, is that I wonder for you yourself personally, for other delegates going that you've spoken to, is there a sense that your security is at risk? going into this now?
Everybody's raising that question. Last night when I was talking to people, they were all raising the questions, especially since they knew I was going to the convention. You know, am I still going to go? Yes. Am I going to do anything different? I don't know. How's the
Republicans seem
security?
to be steadfast that they're going to go to this, just
Yes.
as President Trump is as well. That seems to be the
Absolutely.
case.
Of course Trump will go. This is the whole event is for him, to make him the nominee. And so as a delegate, though, I am concerned about safety and security of the delegations, and primarily outside FISERV. It's easier to control things inside a building. But outside, they seem to have wanted to create points of contention where there could be violence, because they're putting the two opposing groups together next to each other deliberately. This is not an accident. This was deliberate. The city of Milwaukee negotiated with the protesters on this route. Now, that's ridiculous. The protest route should be outside the security zone, not inside. And they shouldn't be going by the Wisconsin Delegation Hotel. That's my personal opinion, but I think it's crazy. But I also want to say that, everybody was saying last night how they've tried to go after Trump. I mean, they indicted him, they impeached him, they convicted him, they tried to bankrupt him through court fines, and now someone's tried to kill him. This is outrageous. This is ridiculous. This has got to stop. The left has got to stop attacking opposing candidates. There's a democracy here. You can debate and go to formal debates and informal debates. You go out and sell yourself on America, but you don't attack the opposing candidate other than verbally. You don't attack him with all of these court actions and with shootings and with fines and everything else they've come up with to try to defeat him before he's even the nominee.
All right, Terrence Wall, that's all the time we got for you. Thank you for being here. Terrence, again, is a delegate at the Republican Convention in Milwaukee. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.